page my grandmother tore out the journal. I found what was on it, and I wish I hadn't. I went back to the house 3 weeks after I found the journal. I told myself I was going to finish clearing it out. I wasn't. I was going back for the page. I'd been thinking about it since the first visit. That clean, torn edge in the binding, the way she removed it so carefully, not in anger, not in haste, deliberately, like she thought about doing it for a long time before she did it. The drive there was different this time. It was February. The fields on either side of the road were gray and flat, the kind of cold that doesn't feel like weather. It feels like a decision the world made. I parked in the same spot, sat in the car for the same amount of time, and then I noticed something I hadn't noticed on the first visit. The oak tree, the one my grandmother said to never sit beneath after dark. There were marks in the bark, low down, about the height of a child's reach, carved deep, old, grown over slightly, but still visible. I got out the car and walked over to it. The marks weren't letters. They weren't any symbol I recognized, just lines, deliberate and parallel, like someone had been counting. I counted them. There were 47. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure I want to. I found the torn page on the second pass through the bedroom. It wasn't hidden exactly, more like placed behind the small bookshelf beside her bed, slipped between the back of the shelf and the wall, far enough back that you'd only find it if you were looking, or if something wanted you to find it. It was folded in half, once, neat, and on the outside of the fold, in my grandmother's handwriting, one word, my name, my full name, first, middle, and last, the same way she used to call me from the yard when I was small, the way she used my full name when something was serious. I sat down on the floor right there, back against the bed, holding the folded page. For a long time I just held it, and then I opened it. She wrote, "If you are reading this, then I hid it well enough that you would only think to look. Good. That means I chose correctly. I need you to understand something before you read further in this journal. The entries about Britta are not mine to share freely. What she experienced was beyond what most people are built to carry. I have softened some of it. I have left some of it out entirely. But I am leaving you this page because you need the name. You'll find it in the red entry, the one written in different ink near the back. Read it once. Do not read it again. Do not say it aloud under any circumstances. Do not think about it before you sleep. The name is not a word. It is closer to an address. And the thing it belongs to has very good hearing. I love you. I'm sorry. Keep the old rules. MV." I read it 4 times, then I put it in my pocket, and I went to find the red entry. My great-grandmother's name was Britta Voss, born 1901, died 1974. She lived her entire life within 20 miles of that house. I know almost nothing about her. My grandmother didn't talk about her. My mother didn't talk about her. In all the family photographs I've seen, Britta is either at the edge of the frame or missing entirely. There's one photograph I know of where she's at the center. It was taken at her wedding in 1922. She's looking directly at the camera. Everyone else is smiling. Britta is not. She looks like someone who has already been told how the story ends. My grandmother wrote about her in the journal, not extensively, but carefully. The way you write about something that frightens you even in memory. The first entry about Britta reads, "My mother was not a frightened woman. I want to be clear about that because everything I'm about to write might make her seem that way. She was the least frightened person I have ever known. She kept the rules not because she was afraid of what would happen if she broke them. She kept them the way you keep a promise to someone you respect. She understood the agreement better than any of us, and understanding it, truly understanding it, did not make her afraid. It made her very, very careful. There's a difference. I hope you can feel that difference when you read what comes next. I felt the difference. I'm not sure that made it easier. The journal lists the old rules. There are 7 of them. My grandmother copied them from something older. She doesn't say what. She just says she copied them exactly, word for word. Rule 1. The oak tree is a marker, not a boundary. Do not treat it as protection. It is not protecting you. Rule 2. On the night of the 30th of April, acknowledge the anniversary. Sit with it briefly, then go inside. Do not stay outside after dark on that night under any circumstances. Rule 3. If something speaks to you in a voice you love, do not turn around. Do not respond. Walk away slowly. It is testing whether you remember. Rule 4. Do not damage the markers. The carved lines in the oak are not decoration. Their number is exact and deliberate. If they are ever damaged or altered, begin counting again from the beginning. Rule 5. The agreement requires acknowledgement once per generation. You will know when it is time. Do not make it wait. Rule 6. If you dream of the place before the house, write down what you saw. Do not describe it to anyone aloud. Writing contains it. Speaking does not. Rule 7. Do not look what was there before us. It has not forgotten you. Looking reminds it that you haven't forgotten either. 7 rules. My family has been keeping them for at least 4 generations. I've already broken Rule 3. The night I heard my mother's voice at the oak tree, I answered. I said, "That's not you." I spoke to it. I didn't know there were rules then, but I know now. I've been trying to decide whether that matters. The red entry is near the back of the journal, just as my grandmother said. Different ink, a deep brownish red that's faded at the edges. The handwriting is also different. Not my grandmother's. Older, more formal. I think she copied it from something Britta wrote, or something Britta was given. I'm not going to read you the whole entry. There are parts of it I don't fully understand, and there are parts I understand too well to say aloud. What I will tell you is this. The entry describes the first someone in our family encountered the thing directly. Not a voice, not a shape under a tree at night, directly, face to face. In daylight, it was Britta's grandmother, which means it goes back to at least the 1870s, probably further. The entry says she was working in the field behind the house, late summer, afternoon, and she looked up, and it was standing at the tree line, in the shape of a man, but not moving the way man moves. She wrote, and this is the part I keep coming back to, she wrote that it was trying to look like a man. It was trying to look like her idea of a man, as if it had learned what one was from a description rather than experience. She didn't run. She finished what she was doing. She went inside and she wrote it down. And underneath what she wrote, she put the name. I read the name. I'm not going to tell you what it is, not because I'm protecting myself, because I'm protecting you. My grandmother's rule 6 says to write it down that you dream, not speak it, write it. I'm writing this down now, and then I'm going to read it to you. I've been going back and forth on whether that counts as speaking it. I've decided it doesn't. I've decided the writing is what contains it, and the reading is just delivery. I might be wrong. 2 nights after I read the name, I had a dream. I was in the field behind the house, late summer, afternoon, which is strange because I've never been in that field my entire life. But in the dreams, I knew it, the way you know places in dreams, completely and without question. I was doing something with my hands, I couldn't tell you what, and I looked up. It was standing at the tree line, in the shape of a man, but it wasn't trying to look like a man this time. It was trying to look like me. I woke up. It was 3 a.m. The house was quiet. I got up and looked out the window at the oak tree. The marks in the bark. The 47 carved lines. There were 48. Good night. Thank you for being here. I mean that. There's something about telling this in the dark to people I can't see that feels right. Like this is exactly how it was meant to be told. Be careful tonight. Keep the old rules, even the ones you don't know yet. Good night.